to the sector minister's findings, which blamed the airline's poor management and the bad weather. Now, the Bureau insists that the investigators' inability to fault the GCAA puts more air passengers at risk. And so we have, a studio interview to give us more light exactly as to this incident that took place. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, just to give us more clarity on this particular issue, Dr. Isaka Yakubu, Akparibo, you're a technical advocate, Aviation Affairs Bureau of Public Safety. Oh. Now, from your expertise, in your press statement, you stated in paragraph 2 that we find it extremely worrying that investigators, having established evidential and an ambiguous violation on the part of the GCAA, still went ahead to fault only Starbow in the flight crew without any recommendation whatsoever for the regulator, that is the GCAA. Now, that is me quoting you in your statement. Now, can you give us a brief of some recommendations you would like the GCAA to implement to forestall any future disaster with regards to the Starboard incident? Yeah.
Good afternoon to you, and also good afternoon to your viewers. Just some few factual corrections. I'm a member of the Aerospace Medical Association. I'm an aerospace medicine physician. I did not issue that statement. I only consult for the Bureau of Public Safety.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. So,
are you in the capacity to answer?
Yeah.
With regards to the statement?
Yes, please.
Then go ahead, sir.
I'm in that capacity to answer. So, we actually want some transformation in the aviation industry in Ghana. We want the skies to be safe for all of us who fly domestic, and that is why I'm here. So the accident, when you look at the accident report, there are like several events that led to the accident, but the final conclusion was only like it was only 2 actors that were mentioned, that is the operator and then the crew. So you look at it, and then as we mentioned, there was like an air directive that was issued by IASA. So Ghana Civil Aviation Authority was supposed to implement that air directive. And then somewhere along the line that slipped, and then this accident resulted. What moving forward, we want the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority to like have an audit of their systems and then make sure that this doesn't happen again. And then we also want Parliament to like enact a law. Air accident investigations normally is just to find causes and then prevent further occurrences. So one Parliament to pass a law setting up a body that will investigate air incidents instead of always waiting for it to happen, and then an ad hoc committee is formed by the minister. So we need an independent body to do that. The second thing, to looking at the report, the emergency response was very poor. And in crash landings, the first responders actually make a difference in passenger survival. So we also want retraining of the airport first responders. They should know how the standard operation procedures as by international standards are. So that is what I think should happen moving forward.
And now, still on your statement again, now you accused the GCAA of not adhering to international practices with regards to the seats of the pilot and co-pilots. What is the international best practice with regards to this particular situation?
Yeah, we didn't say they did not adhere to international standards. What we said was they did not implement the directive. So what happened was that the particular aircraft that was involved in the accident, there was a problem with the pilot and co-pilot seats. And then that problem was found by the European Aviation Safety Agency, EASA, and they issued an airworthiness directive worldwide for everybody to pick it up. So our civil aviation picked it up, but the implementation of that directive did not happen. And although EASA also gave like a period in which it should be implemented, that is still until December 2018. But then when the civil aviation noticed that they should have ensured that the airworthiness seat was fixed. And I believe that if the seat was fixed, this accident would not have occurred. because the weather that day is not, personally don't think, as an expert, doesn't think the weather contributed much to the accident. It's the seat that actually caused the problem.
How safe is the Ghanaian airspace, and what measures must be, instituted to ensure that it's safe for air travel?
Yeah, generally air travel is safe. Air travel is the safest mode of transport in the world. You are likely to be knocked down riding a bicycle in Accra than killed in an accident, in an aircraft accident. So I think that our airspace is pretty much safe for now. But then as we seek to expand our aviation industry, we have new airports coming up in Vous, and then I think Cape Coast in the central region, and Noire in the upper west region. So as traffic flow increase, then there will be incidents, and that is why we are speaking up for standard procedures to be adhered to.
All right, thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us and analyzing for us exactly what this incident meant, and also how best we can make sure that our airspace in Ghana is safe for travel. That is Dr. Isaka Yakubu Akparibu. He's the Technical Advocate, Aviator Affairs Bureau of Public Safety. Thank you very much once again for that. And we continue with the rest of our stories on our bulletin this hour, where two of the most busy intersections in Accra have no functioning traffic lights. Now, a situation road users say can cause serious fatalities if the problem is not addressed. A report by Caroline Ajebenu waits for you.
This is Dansoman Junction, popularly known as Hansonic, one of the busiest roads in Accra. It stretches to several business communities like Weja, Kaneshi, Kasua, Winneba in the central region. The problem with this road are the traffic lights. They have been dysfunctional for the past 4 months. Sometimes the police intervene by directing traffic, but when fatigue sets in, Dansoman Junction becomes chaotic.
I had only a main road from Odoko to Winneba Road, the traffic walk Dansoman Junction Hanomono. Enye Juma be 4 months ni a traffic go off. Enye Juma. Police for no so baby ginano men di be 5 minutes scrap no me fi hanom no mo ko accident nye sipe no ma baby gina susu ansa no ma freto inka abetwe oida say o ma betwe we crese komo direct no ma say ja honom no mo ko ntina ma hayen.
Accidents are rife and not even the police is safe.
Ano be 7:30 na accident si wa ha na na te bia kaza police for na ke be from say komo bla hantem is about 7:30 police ni bia ni ha a problem because high pressure and ordering. It's anka 6 o'clock place for Wahana Moa. Cabebo Mazant no annual brass. But no pay the CSC, no person be any ho. Benz be pick up any crash here. Can't say.
In the case of Nungwa barrier, the situation is worse. The main intersection links communities like Tema, Spintex, Sakumono, and Teshi. However, there is no traffic light here. The situation could best be described as a jungle where the drivers fight for space, and this puts lives in danger.
If you say woman be more inside what be see no power kwedma open for kwedma carbono agis kra wan kebi owu ye nti sempeni 40 a mo be zebra crossing and also mo be traffic light or barrier more nani man as bisa abebua.
Lives of residents of Domeabra are at risk because of the state of their road. Domeabra, a rural community